Hey everybody, it's Legend. Sorry about the video quality. I'm driving down the highway. I'm heading out to the east side of the state to do a little turkey hunting. Something I like to do just about every year. And I thought, why not entertain myself and hopefully a few of you by bringing up a few things that I've been seeing. This is sort of going to be a call-out video. Not to anyone in particular. Not on too many things specifically. Just on some general trends that I'm seeing in a lot of videos. Stuff that just doesn't make any sense to me. Now this video is to get you thinking, to educate you. Maybe get a few of you to change your ways. Not so much to nitpick or really, stir the pot. It's just educational, some thoughts that I have. And we'll start with the first one, which is knives. I see a lot of people use knives for different things than you should during certain situations. A lot of us preach on survival and preparedness, and then a few of us go out to the woods. We take our tool, our most heavily used tool, to go baton through wood and, do general tasks like that your knife doesn't need to do. Now, if any of you have ever been to the woods, you'll know from experience that just about anywhere out there, within 20 yards, you can pick up a huge armful full of wood. Everything from thumb size to maybe a little bigger to start your fire. Now, I'm not saying all batoning is bad. There is a time to use it, and that's when you have no other way to get dry wood. That means it's been raining for weeks or everything's been soaked. You have no other options, and that's when you have to use your knife for that. And, if I can avoid it, I'll never ruin the edge of my knife if I'm trying to rely on it for survival. And that's just the general trend of what I'm talking about. Let's talk about fire starters. There's so many different fire starters out there, and I love them all. I've always thought they were cool. I just love gear in general. But you'll see people preach on a specific one and say it's better than anything else they could possibly carry. It might cost, I don't know, 150 bucks, 200 bucks. Just a lot of money that most of us don't have. And they think that fire will be better than the fire we can start. Now, I'm not saying these gear things aren't cool or that you shouldn't have them if you want them. It's just that there's a thing called efficiency. If my hands are freezing, it's 20 below zero, I have my fire still on me or I have a big lighter. Which one do I want to use to start a fire? And just like most of you, I think the most efficient way is to use a big lighter. It has a constant flame. It probably only costs the person 50 cents to have it. And it can light a fire in most of the coldest weather you can be around. Even if your hands are frozen, it's pretty easy to start a fire with a lighter. Now with the fire still, you only got a second, a blink of an eye to get that spark to light a tinder. That means you have to have all perfect conditions, have everything lined up right. You can't just hold the twig, light it, and keep it over the flame constantly. That's another one of those trends that bother me. Another one, back to knives. People say you have to have this knife and that knife, and this one's no good. Well, for me, the best knife is the one you have on you. But also, you do not need a $500 knife to be prepared and go into the woods. Now, I love knives more than just about anyone on YouTube. But I also recognize the value of stuff that's just, good for the money. And you can get plenty of good for the money tools out there. Most people don't realize that a knife that's 440 C steel, if heat treated correctly, will only cut a few less things than a real good heat treated S30V blade. It just depends on your heat treat, who does it. I really do believe in a full tang knife. I do not like fancy knives, fancy handles. that are not full tame. I do not believe that you need a large survival knife to go survive. I think an ideal knife is anywhere from 4 to 6 inches. It'll give you a big enough purchase to cut something up like a deer without your hand getting sore. You can prepare food with it. You can do bushcraft tasks with it if you want to. Let's go on to another one, which is food preservation, food storage, and all the little politics to go with that in videos that I see. I hate when people put people down for having this type of food or that type of food stored up. I don't care if you think it's the most healthy food in the world or the worst food in the world. Whatever your family or yourself are going to eat, that's what you should store. Don't worry about what everyone else is saying. Only store what you like. You know, what's the use in myself, this is a personal example. I absolutely detest beans. Most people don't know that about me. And beans are one of the most ideal survival foods you can have. But, you know, if it came down to starving or eating beans, I just don't know if I'd be able to bring myself to do it because I'd be gagging the whole time. There's a lot of other things that I could store myself that will be better for me and my family. And the same goes for you guys. I see people put down, college students are getting into preparedness on having ramen noodles or, you know, only a few cans of food. You know, everyone's got to start somewhere. Some things may be a little better for you, yes, but you got to remember, no video I put up is going to have all the same things that you and your family have. We all have different circumstances. We all have different needs. We all have different body types and different families, different cultures, different things that we like. So it's good to remember that. Another topic, firearms, everyone's favorite. Do you need a $2,000 firearm to save your life? No. All you need is something to pull the trigger and go bang. And if it goes bang for you and you can hit something, then it doesn't matter. You don't have to have a special paint job or have a specific caliber. There's an old saying out here in the country we have in Montana. Don't fear the person who has 20 firearms. Fear the person who has one. And if you have that one firearm, know how to use it. And if you can use it, that's all that matters to defend yourself, put food on the table, or have a good time with it. Anyway, guys, just some thoughts I've had while traveling down the highway. So rate, comment, subscribe, share some of your little things you've been thinking about. I'll talk to you guys later.